Time for the Chobo
And
quest.
I
Yeah.
am.
I'll get to you. I'll
Oh,
get to you,
sorry.
Padula. Don't worry about it. Uh,
I'm super excited, apparently.
I know it's fair. I am a day late because I woke up yesterday at 10 p.m. About 3 to 4 hours after the cast was supposed to start. But we are here, and I am ready. And with me is
Former admin, former captain, Padula of Team Unrivaled, ready to watch some amazingly, superly bad StarCraft play.
fair enough. Actually, this week had some pretty. This week had a lot of high level sets right up until a gold set was requested, but we'll get to that gold set. We are going to start in the order they were requested. And yeah, thanks for filling
And
in. Pretty much the last second, because I kind of forgot to make sure I had a co-caster for this until
no,
later.
I've been meaning to want to cast with you, and I'm excited, Cameron. It'll be great. And I'm excited we're doing Grimly's set. Grimly's an admin, right?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, he's the other admin. He his playstyle is always fun to watch. That's what I'll
Yeah.
say.
Shout outs to the massive number of requests I got this week, so this will be a longer show, but without further ado, let's just get started, I guess.
All right, so we have what looks like a TVT.
I think it's a ZVP, so wrong on all accounts, but it might.
Oh,
It depends. I actually don't know what race type pick is, and I also forgot to look. Grimly is Z. I know that much.
he used to play Terran, but I think you're right. I think he changed.
I know he's Zerg in this replay.
Okay,
So,
cool.
all right.
Yep.
All right, so I will go ahead and start us off. Spawning in the top left, we'll just give that a bit. We do have from Lost in Translation, it is Typic.
Yeah, and in the bottom right, for Guns and Roaches, we have the admin of CTL, Grimly, playing Zerg. I think that when Terrans ever switch a race, they usually switch to Zerg and not Protoss. Fun fact.
Ah, that is a fun fact. I didn't know that.
Yeah, it's just because, Terran, Zerg, they're the master race. Protoss, it's kind of like the odd man out, I feel.
Fair enough. All right, so we do see Barracks first. No gas just yet out of Typic. Pretty standard build so far from both players.
Yeah, I like this a lot. Abyssal, there's a lot of chokes on this map, and I think you can be pretty defensive and you can expand kind of aggressively because of it. It's hard to just get surrounds off. It's hard to go across the map and kill your opponent early on. There's so many really good defensive points.
Yeah, I mean, I have not played on this map that much. Surprisingly, I've actually found myself playing on the newer maps way more.
Hmm.
But I mean, this is probably one of the better maps from that original season that came out.
Yeah, I find that I have super aggressive play, and it's actually not very good on this map. Once again, those chokes and just the way that the third is set up, you can easily defend both the natural and third, and your main is kind of cornered and protected on both sides there,
Yeah.
which is nice, I guess, if you're a macro player.
So we do see that Typic will be eschewing the Reaper that is so normal in this matchup, and instead going to throw on the Reactor, probably because he scouted. There's good old 17 hatch from Grimly.
Yeah, this is I like this play if you know your opponent's going macro, which he does. Perfect scout. I really like this actually follow up. It looks like, man, I wish that he would go into Hellion after this. It kind of looks like it might. He's getting 2 Marines and possibly switch the barracks out. And that would be like a very old style of play. Like it's been since Wings of Liberty, the like Hellion Reaper harass. But we'll see.
Yeah, we will. So far, just kind of waiting for this game to play out. How have you been? Let's just chat a bit.
I've been good. Taught AP US history this year. 3 sections of civics. And yeah, I'm liking the new school that I work at.
Good to hear.
Summer vacation is coming up. Graduation is on Friday. And then I have a huge Ultimate Frisbee tournament this weekend in Ohio, which I'm also excited about.
Very good, very good.
How about you, Cameron? What's going on?
I have been working my summer job because I am still in school and I like having money.
Money's good.
Money's very good. It's basically all I do is I sit in a warehouse and then textbooks come down the line and then I check to see if that textbook is in my area or not. And it's usually not. And these past couple of days work has been really slow, so I've essentially just been sitting there Doing nothing.
There you go. All right, so Hellions are out. Has a fun little skin on those actually.
Yeah, looking like it's going to be Hellbat drop because we do see the armory coming down as well as the medevac coming out.
It does look that way. Very popular in Heart of the Storm when it first started. I haven't seen Hellbat drops in a long time.
Yeah, me neither. You made the mistake of mixing up the two Blizzard HOTS games.
Yeah, Heart of the Storm.
I actually I have gone on rants about how fucking much I hate that.
Yeah, two HOTS. It gets annoying.
But it's from the same company.
Yeah.
How does that happen?
Wow, you can put a lot in there. Oh no, this is gonna be a Marine Hellion push. This is great. I like this a lot. This is like totally 4GG actually. There's so much you can do. You can attack the front and then drop Hellions in the back. You can attack with everything. You can get a scout out with your medevac. I really like this build actually.
Yeah,
it's
Grimly will see this with the Overlord right there, however. And it's actually transitioning into Cloak Banshees off of this push. Very, very evil.
Here we go. He's just gonna attack the third and try to deny it. We have Roaches out. Now Roaches kind of do pretty well, but there's a lot here. It's gonna be how well he can kite. He should get his queens as well. I don't know why he's not pulling his queens to help out with this attack.
Yeah, right now, really only, I believe...
There we go.
Yeah, there we go.
Now he's got his queens, and he's gonna go. So, I guess that's interesting. I think that Tippett could have waited a little longer. He's doing what I said he was gonna do. He's gonna drop the... Oh, no, he's not. I feel like he could just go to the main with a Hellion poke. It would be really nice there. It surprises me that he didn't.
Yeah,
but, I mean, he's just playing safe. He sees the Roaches. He knows that it kind of counters Hellions. Doesn't want to lose anything, so he just goes back home. I feel like he just doesn't want to make a mistake, and I don't blame Tippett for that, you know?
Yeah, I think he really could have done something, though, honestly.
I think so, too. Like, I would love just a Hellion drop. You run in, it's really easy to do some damage and get out without losing anything. But, you know, I think that maybe this is just Tippett's way of being like, I'm not afraid of Grimly. I don't have to do damage. I can just play my macro game and win.
Yeah, I mean, he did beat up that hatchery a little bit. He did force the queens over here, which, you know, is annoying because you lose inject timing. Does come in with that Banshee and cloaks, but unfortunately Grimly does have spores down, so no dice there.
Yeah, he gets one kill. I do like Grimly's defense, actually. It's also pretty safe. He's got tons of queens. He's got tons of spores in good spots, and he's just macroing away.
Yeah, now we see.
I feel like he made the minimum of what he had to make to kind of scare off that force, and then he just continued to macro. And I feel like Grimly's in a really good position right now.
Yeah, he's in a really good spot. I mean, like, it kind of sucks they had to make this many roaches, but he also didn't really get punished for making all these roaches.
Yeah, it's not too many, too. It's like, what, 12?
Yeah, no, it's not too many. It just sucks. It always sucks, because it's like, oh, man, look at all those 12 drones just sitting there.
Yeah,
and they're roaches.
That is true. But look at, Tippett just sitting on two bases. Like, if Grimly has scouted this, which I think he has, he's got to feel really happy right now. We are going to have a mech game, though, which is quite interesting.
Yeah.
Oh, no, it's not a mech game. Sorry.
Mech game involving the engineering bay researching upgrades.
Yeah. I just don't see any Marines out. That's why I'm surprised. But I guess this barracks is just finished.
Yeah, he's just switching in. I wonder if he's faking the mech or if he just wanted to go into the Cloaked Banshee harass, and now that that's kind of gotten completely stuffed.
I mean, yeah, I feel like he's just doing the age-old, I'm going to build one of everything.
Yeah, the good old 1-1-1 build.
Yeah.
Except a little more ones.
Some Hellbats, some Banshees, some tanks, some Marines, some Medevacs, some Marauders. Like, literally, give me one of everything.
Yeah. I mean, it kind of sucks that he's really found nothing with these Banshees. Like, he's been trying, but there's just, like, he has gotten no damage done at all with them.
One thing that's nice, though, like, making Banshees, it kind of, the Zerg has to do certain things. Like, now the Zerg's got to put spores in every base. Now the Zerg has to, like, have a bunch of queens in good spots. He's going to be looking for certain things. So even though they didn't do much damage, he's definitely, like, shaping the mindset of the Zerg player.
Yeah. Looks like he really wants to transition into a macro game now. Looks like he's more than happy just to sit back, really kind of just start building up a bit more.
Now, one thing that I don't like about Grimly's play, it's pretty defensive, and like this map is great for that. I would have just loved a little pokes. He could totally just run Zerglings into the natural right now. Little stuff like that really fucks the turn up.
Yeah, I mean, he is just kind of sitting and making roaches right now, which... I mean, does he actually know that this is bio, now that I think about it? Because he may still think this is mech.
Yeah, I don't know.
Because the
I mean,
last...
this is a scary Zerg force. It's
Yeah.
36 more supply. And if those tanks aren't sieged, Tivic's gonna have a bad time.
Yeah, I mean, the good thing is he will see this attack coming from
Yeah.
basically any angle, because he does have 2 sensor towers out, which... Let's be honest, sensor tower kind of an unloved building in Legacy of the Void.
Sensor towers are great, but once again, you have to see it and then immediately siege. It's not easy to do. These medevacs going to come out. They might entirely miss the army, which is really unfortunate for Tivic.
He will actually see a couple of Ravagers. He's also pressuring and trying to clear out creep. So this is actually kind of unfortunate.
I mean,
tanks
this
are not
could
being
just be
sieged,
game
actually.
over right now.
Yeah, tanks are not sieged. Everything is going to get biled up and murdered right away. He actually can't kill the Banshees, but there's no micro on them anyway. And this everything is just dead here at this expansion.
He's got to come home, too. Yeah, this is just really unfortunate for the Terran player.
Yeah, very well timed out, though, by Grimly. Really just kind of doing a pretty strong push at this point in the game.
I mean, think if those medevacs would have seen the army. I mean, they missed it by maybe... You know,
It saw a couple of the units from it. Like, he saw enough that he should have known what it was. But the problem is, like, he just wasn't... His attention was elsewhere, and he didn't actually see it, you know? There's seeing, and then there's real seeing.
And now the Zerg player's just 100 supply. This is GG.
Yeah, this should be over pretty much any second now. I mean, I would be very impressed if Typhit came back from losing what is essentially every base. But, yeah, that's going to burn down. There it goes. Explodes very fantastically under the water. And yeah, this one tank, his last hope, is going to die before even finishing a single siege shot. But yeah, I mean, well-timed attack by Grimly. You can't really deny him that.
Nope, yeah, they had lots of stuff. Did all the things.
Any second now. I mean, in theory, he could eventually clean this up with this one Banshee if he micros it.
Yeah.
I mean, like, he's lost all his production, he's lost all his economy. Grimly still has all of his. It didn't go anywhere. I mean, he's microing his heart out of this Banshee and these medevacs, but even pulling all the boys. But I don't believe there's enough in the world to make up for what he's lost. Alright, well, Terran base looking really red right now. A lot of blood, a lot of fire. Even picks off that reactor at the last second with a little bit of focus fire.
And more roaches come to the scene.
Yeah, this
is like,
is...
oh, you just destroyed my army.
Alright, well, that's gonna be GG with all those roaches.
Well, here's another army for you to destroy.
Very well done. Alrighty. So that will be game 1 of this request cast. Friendly reminder, if you want your games cast, you will fill out the form next time, and I will make sure you get on here. I will sit here until I have to go to work if I have to. Hopefully I don't have to, but... Alrighty, well, that's enough of that. Next map, next series, will be the Ace set from GNR versus Lit. It will be Skywalker, aka Ice, versus Kelso.
Did Ice change his name to Skywalker?
He did.
Well, is there a reason for that?
The reason behind everything in the world, my friend. Memes. Memes are always the answer.
Ooh, there's a little like... Oh, I see. Kelso. Kelso's a great name. Kelso also from Star Wars, right?
Yeah. Not a big Star Wars guy, gonna be entirely honest.
Well,
were you talking
Kelso,
about the little warning sign next to my name?
Yeah. I was actually.
Fair enough. Alright, spawning in the bottom left of Proxima Station, it will be GNR's Ice.
And in the top right for Lit, we have Kelso. Now, ZVP is always... I feel like it is more unique and creative than all the other matchups. Like, I don't know, like, TVZ, everything that happens in that matchup, it's usually not smoke and mirrors. It's usually pretty in the meta, it makes sense, or at least, like, it's some type of cheese that, like, obviously makes sense. But ZVP, I don't know, it just feels like there's a lot of creative play. Do you know what I mean, Camaril?
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of routes, I would say, is the best way to put it.
Yeah, there's tons.
Like, you can go Robo, you can go Stargate, You can go Council to begin with, which usually is DT drop. You can go for literally almost anything. Whereas on the
Immortal
Zerg side,
you can go Adept all in. Like, there's like tons of stuff.
I mean, yeah, that's just from the Protoss side. From the Zerg side, you can go Banes if they go Adepts. You can do this if they do this. You can do whatever they want.
Now, this is a super greedy hatch, but I love it. I think that everyone knows that the natural is easy to take. I'm just going to take this third. But the Protoss sees it. Like, the Protoss sees everything because it's got this little drone kind of hidden away. I would love, as a Protoss player, if I saw the Zerg expand like this just to all in right away. And this is well,
so far he may just assume that this is a forward hatch and that he doesn't, because he doesn't know about this third yet, but he will very soon. And
he
also
needs to move that drone.
Tech 4 says hi.
Oh, hey Tech 4.
Yeah, so this probe, I mean, I'm assuming this probe's going to move pretty soon. He should know. And yep, there it goes. Just as I say that, he will move that probe in. See that this is a very fast triple hatch, and we will see his response.
Yeah, I would just cancel mine. I would cancel the Nexus and just go all in.
Just start throwing down gateways.
Yeah, just be like, F this Zerg.
Truly a sentence I have said before.
But honestly, if I was a Zerg, I would do a build just like this.
I was laddering earlier, and I played a Zerg player that stayed on Roach Ravager all game.
Nice.
And I got to death march to his base with like 15 immortals.
That feels good, doesn't it? It's just like a hot knife through butter. Just, yeah.
As a former Zerg player, I will just say this. I fucking love killing Zerg. It's so much fun. Because it's like, I get to do all the bullshit that happened to me, man.
I feel like I'm in the minority with this opinion, but my favorite time in StarCraft history was the Heart of the Heart of the Swarm. Time in TVZ when it was just like parade marches by both sides, and they would just crash in the middle. So it would be like Ling Bane versus the like Marine Marauder Mine Medevac, and it was just like huge macro games and just throwing whole armies at each other, but constantly like that was my favorite. So filled with action.
Yeah. We do see Stargates from Ice, so we will see how he decides to use that. But more importantly, have you ever gone back to watch old Wings of Liberty games?
I have not, but I remember just thinking how unrefined everything was. Just like the hope that Terran against Protoss would just like blindly go up a ramp and the Protoss wouldn't see, and then it would just be GG. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I went back and watched some old GSLs featuring Tasteless having like an actual voice. Yeah. Before he casted it to death, but man, old GSL, kind of hard to watch.
Oh, I bet.
Where it's like, I mean, all right, well, he's thrown down his second hatchery, so he now has 3 bases, and all right, he's making a spire, and there's that's 5 mutalisks, I believe. That's interesting. And it's like this is 30 minutes into the game.
Reinvent the wheel, right? Everything was different.
Yeah, and it was.
Oh, here we go. Link's trying to come in.
Well man,
placed Adept.
Also, my favorite thing about CVP, it's just like when the Lings try to get in, and you're just like, nah, I ain't falling for that.
You're like, this one zealot will literally kill 20 Lings.
If he has to.
Yeah.
Oh my god! Actually, hold on. Look at the third. Look at the third.
I see it.
Look at the.
Yeah, that's annoying as all.
Ice, I love you. I love this so much.
That's like 600 minerals at least.
That is.
Maybe not 600, but a lot.
Yeah, like that's actually super annoying.
Yeah.
I mean, like, he kind of saw that with the spore finishing and the queen there.
Don't go back to the minerals. That means that he saw.
All right, so it wasn't that bad. But I mean, the thing is, like, with the pulsar beam, like, he wasn't going to get that much because the spore was finishing up, the queen was finishing up, but he had just enough time to kind of do that and then just, like, leave.
Every second that he buys is really important because honestly, when I look at this game, I see Zerg having a huge advantage because I really feel like it takes a little bit for Stargate Protoss to get to the point where they're effective. And I mean, Zerg just went straight macro. So I feel like the Zerg army is going to be way powerful earlier on. Just this build order versus this build order. But we'll see. I mean, if Ice can delay, he could even it out. And once Void Rays, Oracles come out to like a certain extent where the number is high enough, it's pretty scary.
Yeah, he's actually stasised up basically all the bases. Just even shaving off like 5 drones for a little bit.
Yep.
Just buying time. But now we do see a lot of Zerglings, some upgrades, a Baneling Nest.
Yeah.
I think Kelso is a little done. He's actually having a bit of issue spending his money. This is also something I've kind of noticed, but I feel like a lot of Zergs are kind of hesitant to build a macro hatch.
I wish that Zergs would go Hydra more. Like I feel like Hydralisk right now is what the Zerg player needs. I mean, he might not know it's Stargate, but you see 2 Oracles, right? You know that there's annoying stuff happening.
Yeah, even then, he's having to micro just to control these workers, so he doesn't have his entire mineral line stasis. Like, he's trying to move these spore crawlers around, and he's even building more, just trying to literally cover everywhere.
Yep.
But yeah, we see basically he's just trying, or Ice is just trying to build up. It's gonna be a little rough because he is kind of behind in tech at this point, and like you see supply wise, like he's not having the best time.
Yeah, but I think he's in a great position. He's delayed so much. The Zerg should have taken a 4th by now, if he knew what the Protoss was doing. Like, now the Protoss is on 3 bases. They're saturated, and he's got how many Stargates going? He's got what, 2? Oh no, just one, but another one in the making, right? Oh no, just one.
He had
no. He's got 3. Yeah. I mean, he's got 3 Stargates that it could be just cranking stuff out. Like, that's scary.
Yeah, and I mean, like, on the other hand, Kelso has a lot of stuff now. Like, Kelso's got a decent amount of Hydras. He is going to push out here, but
This
I mean,
is
with
great
this
for Kelso.
Yeah, but with this many Oracles, like he could just get pulsar beamed
together, right?
Yeah, and there's also a lot of stasis wards down too.
Yeah,
like this could actually be kind of awkward.
This is not enough for the Zerg player now that I look at it.
Yeah, he's gonna have charge lots here soon. This probe is going to come out and see, in fact, that death awaits. So he's gonna have to. Ice is gonna have to pull back and basically just get ready for this, because there is a Zergling, Baneling, Hydralisk force coming, crashing eventually. Okay, looks like he's just looking to see if the 4th was there, but here we go.
Happen right now.
Yeah, here we go.
I would love to just poke with the Hydras.
Here we go. Actually, really huge stasis. Going to form actually a wall for.
Actually, that choke was really important there. Like, 8 zealots just went down.
Yeah, and here come all of these oracles, though. I don't think
there's
enough.
These oracles now. Oh my god.
Oracle's very good against Hydralisks.
Jesus, that was a Zerg genocide.
Absolute brutality.
That makes me cry.
Yeah. I mean, what's really stopping Ice from just kind of death marching across the map at this point?
Nothing. Yeah.
Like, no matter how many Hydralisks you build, you're not killing... How many Oracles is this now? 12 now? With another 3 about to finish?
Yep.
Like, the only way you're stopping this is Spore Crawlers, and even then, like, you're not going to have enough Spore Crawlers at this point. Yeah, you just see how fast these lasered down just everything in their path at this point. Like,
I wish that he would build a proxy pylon, but whatever.
Yeah, I mean, like, that's the thing, though, is he doesn't even really need to warp in. It would certainly help, but...
Just 12 oracles.
Yeah.
Build 12 oracles, win the game.
Now, the one problem is he actually is kind of out of energy, and that's a little awkward, but Kelso has known he take way too much damage anyway, so he will tap out.
Yeah.
And we will head into Game 2 of this Masters set.
Thinking about that game, I think that Kelso, he needed to scout. He needed to see what he was going up against, and then he needed to just take the map. You know what I mean? Like, just mass expand.
Yeah, I mean, he kind of sat on 3 bases, and then once he kind of saw what it was, decided to do something, and then little too late.
Agreed.
Also, very nice job of Ice to hide the oracles in the back of his base, because, you know, even if he scouts the Stargates, which he did, like, is it Void Ray? Is it Carriers? You know, lots of possibilities.
For sure.
That said, we will head into Game 2 on Odyssey. Probably, I think out of all the ladder games I've played, this has been like half of them. Like, I'm pretty sure like 99% of my games have been on Odyssey. But, oh my god, I always do this. Alright. Well, that is besides the point. In the bottom right, 4 Guns and Roaches, he is up 1 game. It is Ice.
And in the bottom right, for GNR, we have Skywalker. Or no, that's what you just said. And in the upper left, for Lit Gaming, we have Kelso.
I understand. I understand how it is. Don't worry. So the one thing I don't like about these new maps is they kind of suck to wall on. To be honest, they're all kind of just frustrating for me. But hold that thought. Kelso's taken the gold.
Is he?
Look at that drone down there. There he goes. Yeah. And as soon as he gets 300, he's gonna take the gold base.
There you go.
So this is something I see on ladder literally like twice, maybe, but it's really good actually, frankly.
Got a scout.
Yeah, I mean, like it's super frustrating because you'll never see it coming.
I would be scared to do this against Ice because Ice just went Oracle. I don't like just the path routes of Oracles will pick stuff like this up pretty easily. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean, the other thing is like Ice is gonna also walk down here and see that there's no natural, so he should know something isn't entirely right. Yeah, and we see already he's actually kind of motoring on down there.
Yep. He's like do.
Yeah, so he will scout this. I mean, it's very well done by Ice because this was kind of, I don't want to say obvious, but you know what I mean? Like if you see that, you should know something's up every time. Like something's not right when you scout a Zerg player and then they're like, "Oh, look, I'm going pool first. See? I'm building it right now. It's just late. I'm just bad." So very well done by him. It looks like Kelso will even throw down another hatchery. Unless that drone is just, of course, going for a walk. Nope, he is going to throw down a hatchery. Now that his gold base is finished as well, transferring a good number of workers over there. Not too many, because he does have to be, again, a little careful, like you were saying, of that Stargate Oracle sort of pressure.
Yeah, I mean, once it gets scouted, I don't know.
Can you actually really build that many spore crawlers over here? Without, like, blocking mineral lines and such?
We'll find out.
Because, I mean, like, he's going to need something. And actually, Ice has decided to just go for an adept timing, which I actually think is much better.
Yeah, especially when the third's all the way over here.
Because really the only way you can deal with adepts, like a strong adept timing, is to have banelings, but you're not going to be able to split them up very well.
Sorry, go ahead.
No, I finished.
Yeah, building a hatch over here is like building your barracks. Like, it's going to take forever for reinforcements to come up.
Yeah, I mean, we'll see how it pays out for him. I feel like he really didn't want this kid scouted, because it's actually deceivingly far on this map. Like, it feels like it's really close, but, like, it's a pretty healthy distance. We see that first adept is just going to walk straight over there. Unfortunately for Kelso, he is supply blocked. So this queen's actually not even started yet, just now starting with that overlord. So this first adept can actually do a decent amount of damage.
And they two-shot drones, don't they?
Yes, they do. Actually, we see charge instead of glaives here.
Zealots, maybe?
So yeah, it will be zealots. It does decide to shade
the adept actually doesn't.
All right,
the adept goes to the
lag.
bottom.
Yeah.
I wonder if that was a misclick.
He shaded it out, and I'm guessing he just wanted to confirm that that base was getting droned up and didn't have like a bunch of spines there or anything. Because one adept is going to die to like that many Zerglings. Like we see Kelso has the Zerglings for this.
Well, I think that's lucky. I don't know. I feel like he could have killed at least 3 drones.
Maybe. Like he could have, but with the pole, like it's really annoying to chase down drones with adepts, I've learned. Because they're actually kind of fast. Yeah, there's actually a lot of Zerglings here. This could... Okay, it's going to be a double Ling drop, actually, if you look at that, because there are 2 Overlords morphing. Yeah, this is right outside the Vision of Ice. Very well done.
Yeah, this could be dangerous.
Yeah, this could actually be pretty bad. Kelso does not have his Ling split up just yet. It looks like he's going to try to pressure the front, scout the wall, decides to drive back home.
He's going to have a Warp Prism, which is nice. But I don't know. Oh, here it comes.
Yep, Ling drop 1 is filled up. Ling drop 2, not yet ready, actually. I'm wondering kind of what...
just go back with this other Overlord, right?
Oh, he's actually going to morph these into Banelings in the main. Ice actually has no idea this is here. He's actually going to scout it with the Warp Prism as it goes out to harass.
Yeah.
So he should know well and good that this is on his way. But what does he really have to stop this?
What is his response?
Yeah. Will warp in 2 Stalkers, immediate overcharge, starts focusing down the Banelings. Very well done, making a wall out of Stalkers. Minimizing his probe loss there.
Definitely.
Yeah, literally minimizing. He only lost 1 probe. So very well done by him. And yeah, Kelsa's just gonna take
So
all of his stuff
he's
back
got
home.
he's got 5 gates on 2 bases. This is the time where you just 2 gate or 2 base, right?
I mean,
Yeah, there we go. The Zealot's warping in.
yeah, this is a lot of zealots, and keep in mind, charge does area damage. I mean, it doesn't do a lot, but when all you have is zerglings, like this is a lot of zealots considering.
And the Lings aren't in the best position.
Yep. All right. Looks like just a little bit more lag, but that's fine because replays don't show pauses. So that means I don't have to wait.
Yep. Oh my god, so many Zealots.
Yeah, this is a
so sad.
huge warp in. Yeah, we see all these zerglings immediately turning around. Only queens and lings here yet. No banes just yet. Now we see 3 being morphed, but there is
gosh.
still just a huge wall of zealots. Like, as you were saying earlier, one
It's just
zealot
too
will
many,
kill
man.
literally 20 zerglings. And really bad baneling explosions, to be honest. Like, I'm not even trying to be harsh there. That just was not what he needed there. Like, he's trying to get a solid
I wish
surround,
this-
but Ice is
this
doing
was
such a good job splitting them up.
A little closer? I don't know. But this 3rd base is done.
Yeah, this is going to be the end of this gold base, along with any mining that occurred at it. He's trying to make lings and trying to do stuff, but at this point, like, he's not going to be able to keep it. And now he's going to go down to 2
Ooh, I
bases.
love that. Leaving just 3 Zealots there? That's great.
Yeah, that will mean the end of this other 3rd base. And another huge warp in of zealots. I think this might just be game, to be honest. Like, what do you do? Like, he really doesn't have the gas he needs to morph enough banelings to not just die to
It's like,
this.
you think Terran T1 is good?
Yeah.
Let me show you Protoss.
What do you mean zealots are bad? GG. Very well done by Ice. Very clean 2-0 with 2, I don't want to say incredibly unique builds, but I mean, like, how long has it been since you've seen Mass Oracle and then game 2 just a lot of zealots?
Not enough. I want to see more. I enjoyed it.
Fair enough. All right, well, next up, whenever you decide to leave that lobby.
Yep.
Next up will be the Ace Set Game 3 from the UR versus All-In match. It will be Tech 4 versus Teardrop. So we'll hop right on into that. I'm really glad I checked the messages I got before I hosted this, because I didn't realize that Tech 4 specified a game, and I was about to cast Game 1 and 2. And one of those was like 20 minutes. One of those was like 4 minutes, but...
We're zooming through these, actually.
Yeah. There is no breaks on the Chobo request cast train. Alright, so both these players are 1-1, so this will be Game 3 technically. And in the bottom right, spawning for All-In, it is Tech 4.
And in the upper left, for Team Unrivaled, we have Teardrop.
So, before I start talking about Teardrop, because there are some things I want to say about him, because of course you and I both UR guys. Tech 4, you're in the chat, I'm sure, because I'm sure you were waiting for this game to be cast. Did you host this? Because you know what? Because if you hosted this, I love you. If you didn't host this, well, hey, whatever. But, you know, I still love you, I guess. But if you hosted this, get back to me on that. But we'll start talking about Teardrop a bit first, because Teardrop is one of UR's newer members. Masters Terran, because apparently the only players we're allowed to ever recruit are Terran.
Well, obviously. That's, you know, you can blame me for that.
Fair enough. Thank you, Tech4. He just confirmed that he did, in fact, host this. So thank you for hosting with Gameheart. I can only bitch and moan so much about people doing that. But it's all for naught normally, so thank you. But Teardrop, back to him. New Masters player, been pretty good. He's been pretty active in the Discord, been a cool guy to hang out with. I believe he's EU, which explains why I like him. 'Cause, I mean, who doesn't like EU players, right?
For sure. Yeah, we have a lot of Australians actually joining our team soon, due to a Reddit post, which we're happy about.
Yeah. Go Australia.
Yeah, man.
Alright, so this SCV will come in. We'll scout out the 17 hatch. Basic sort of TVZ opening. I'll be honest. I'll just say it. This matchup made me quit this race. I actually quit Zerg entirely because of this matchup. I am
Yeah,
not.
blame you.
I'm not shy for it.
Terran OP.
There is about 4 different ways that a Terran can make you lose the game within the first 6 minutes or so. And if you get the correct way, I'm not going to say guess because guessing is not the correct word, but if you scout the correct path and you work really hard, you'll get a chance to actually play the game. If not, you automatically lose, and that's fun. So, fuck this matchup with a goddamn fucking wooden stick. And every time a Terran player loses, I'm kind of happy, to be honest. Even though I play Protoss now. I thought of playing Terran after I decided that I was done with this goddamn matchup. But my conscience got the better of me. Which, it's actually really funny. I switched to Protoss, I'm like, good, you know, I can't wait to play with all these fun units. And then, like, I just ended up 4-gate zealoting a bunch of people on ladder. I didn't realize how fun that was. You just build 3 of your gateways across the map. Like, it's so fun. And then they're like, oh, I guess I'll defend this. It's like, nah, dude. There's so many zealots. I love Protoss cheese. It's so fun.
Yeah, I mean, 4-gate was a thing for a reason.
Hey,
I really like what the Terran's doing. I want to talk about his build a little bit. So it's a 1-1-1, but with gas first into 2 gases. And this is just really, really safe, especially when you get this Banshee. You could pressure with the Reaper, see a lot going on, and then if you see roaches, you have that Banshee to be safe. He's getting cloak, and he's just powering up. And I think a third you can get pretty early, maybe in the next 2 minutes with this build. And that's the best part. It like has all the pieces to defend everything, and you can be macro oriented.
Yeah, I mean, like, it's... I'm trying to be fair. I really do hate this match. Okay, seriously though, like, I actually do like this opening a lot. Banshee was kind of a thing that just people weren't doing for so long that now it kind of works really well again.
Yeah, because people aren't building that, like, I mean, it used to be a thing where Zerg players just would build a spore out in the middle of nowhere, and you could, like, use it to your advantage to defend those Hellion Banshee pushes that were really strong in Heart of the Swarm.
Yeah, unfortunately, this Banshee is going to fly literally into an Overlord. I think it literally almost hit it.
They kissed.
We already see 3 Spore Crawlers going down, probably 1 in each mineral line.
Smart. It was nice. Nice move.
Yeah, very well timed Overlord. So this Banshee will find very little. Unfortunate, but... I think that's the thing, is like... I really like this style a lot more, where you make like 1 or 2 Banshees, and then like, okay, it didn't work. Whatever. You know, like you still have the starport, you just throw on a reactor somewhere else instead. You know, you can still use these throughout the game. It's not really like a huge committal. Like, you research Cloak, and that costs a good bit of money, but other than that, like, you really didn't need this gas this early on anyway, generally. And yeah, as we see, just move the barracks over to, or move the tech lab onto the barracks, get some stim, get some medevacs out of the reactor, the newly reactored starport. Yeah, I really like this.
Yeah, it's solid.
Yep, we even see a nice little wall constructed. I don't know if that's solid, I can never tell anymore.
And honestly, when did a Terran ever say, man, I really wish I didn't build this Banshee? You'll never hear that. You can always get use out of a Banshee.
I mean, whether it's just for scouting or killing drones like is apparently happening somewhere. I actually didn't catch where that was. I believe it was... Right here, I'll just check it. Okay, a Banshee didn't die. Which means it was a Banshee, probably. Yep, okay. I found the Banshee, guys. Don't worry. Alright, so that Banshee does get 3 drones at that natural. Finds kind of a good angle where the queens aren't quite there yet. But now the queens are there, so... Banshee will drive home, energyless, but having done at least something.
So this is a little early 1-1, and the third is complete. I think the Terran's a little greedy, but if it doesn't get punished, then the Terran can just walk all over the Zerg later game. So for instance, if the Zerg decided to just stop right now, build an army, and go across the map, I think our Terran player would have a little bit of difficulty defending the third. But we'll see. We'll find out. We already see Hydralisks out, which is also very early for the Zerg. And I think that's just an immediate response to the Banshee. He's just like, you know what? I'll build a few Hydras.
Yeah, I actually really like Hydralisks because we're seeing more and more Terrans just kind of say yes to Widow Mines and no to tanks.
Yeah.
And, like, it's kind of hard to hit Hydralisks with mines as the Zerg knows they're there. Actually, we see this Banshee is going to cancel Tech Force 4th.
Yeah, that's beautiful.
Yeah, the Tech 4th is in fact down. No? Alright, fine, that's fine. I understand. It's a stupid pun anyway. But yeah, here we go. We see 1 mine, 1 liberator, some marines, and medevacs. Kind of a... It's kind of a standard push, but it's a little lighter because he really is kind of being a little greedier.
Yeah, I think this is interesting. He's got to be really careful because if he loses this army, he just loses the game.
Yeah, I mean this Liberator is actually kind of sieged up in a sort of awkward spot. Like he really can't.
Yeah.
Like
That's a nice pickup though.
Yeah, doing
very aggressive.
Yeah, unfortunately the roaches do. He does get a roach pop out just then and there, so he's gonna have to drive home. He really has to drive home before these Hydralisks get in position, which thankfully he does.
Yeah. Really good defending. I mean, the Terran player's keeping the Zerg player on its toes, but once again, the Zerg's already going to be on 4 bases very shortly. Although he canceled it once, I don't know, this is a little scary. If I was the Zerg player, I would just push the 3rd right now. And I think the Terran would have a really difficult time holding.
Yeah, well, we do see... Yeah, Tech 4 is kind of moving that way. At the very least, he's going to take a forward position on the map.
This is just such an awkward time for Terran. Like, if they can hold out in the next couple minutes and get a 4th up, like, Terran becomes really strong. But I feel like this is a perfect time for Tech 4 to attack. Yeah. But he goes home. I don't know. This will be a close game.
Yeah, he's actually going home because there's a double drop in his main. Those Minoacs actually didn't leave. Gonna kill the Infestation Pit, and literally, like, last second, Tech 4 starts Hive. So very well done by him. And, yeah, we even see...
One
very well
does go down, but...
Yeah. Like, I don't know if you noticed that, but that was really well done by Teardrop. He waited until pretty much the last second to pick up, and then when he did pick up, he didn't put any units into the hurt medevac, because he knew it was probably going to die anyway.
Yeah, that was really nice, really smart. The Zerg player, I wish he would commit. I feel like he could just end this game right now.
Yeah, I mean, like, he was really far ahead in supply before all this harass went off. Windowmine shot is going to go off, hit some Overseers, no big deal. And yeah, Teardrop actually is just kind of buying time, really. Because, like, very soon...
Which is exactly what he needs to do.
Yeah, Tech 4's +2 attack is going to finish. I believe he doesn't have +2 armor. Yeah, just +1 armor. But, like, he's getting concussive shells. He's starting to get his Bioforce really developed. He's getting a good number of tanks since he's seen the roaches.
Yep.
Actually,
the Zerg player
go ahead, sorry.
Needs to not attack into siege tanks. But if... I don't know, this will be interesting. 2 armies are heading. I feel like the Terran is dangerous.
Yeah, well, here we go.
Siege.
Yeah, really we go. Siege is going to go up and start shelling away at these Hydras. Good of a flank, actually, yeah.
I like this a lot.
But here we go, actually. These tanks are going to get flanked right back from Tech 4, and they're all going to go down, but...
Wasn't terrible. It wasn't a terrible engage for Terran.
Wasn't terrible, but, you know, like... I don't know if
it could have been way worse.
Yeah, the thing is, I don't think he can hold this 3rd now. Like, it's definitely just pretty much impossible. We actually see Tech 4 going for Hydra Den, or Lurker Den, rather.
Yeah.
Not exactly the most popular choice in this matchup.
Already getting 3-2.
Yeah, I think.
But yeah, he's gonna kill this CC.
Yeah, I think it's a bit of a mistake for Teardrop to really try to repair this. He really should just try to get these SCVs the hell out of there. Sieges up the 2 tanks that are here. They are actually doing a good bit of damage, and this is exactly why I hate this fucking matchup. Look how great the Zerg was looking up until, like, there were 2 tanks that hit things. But anyway,
as a Zerg, this is fine. Like you're like you just took out 2. Those are totally sacrificial at that point, and you don't want the tank count to get high. So you see those 2 tanks, and you're like, I might kill them, I might not. It's worth throwing some Hydras at them. Yeah. I don't mind that.
It does force. I mean, like the real thing is like Teardrop's now stuck on 2 bases, and he really needs his economy to rebuild what he's lost already.
He's really only on 1 right now.
Yeah,
I mean, he's just flying across the map.
Yeah. I mean, this is the thing, you know, if you lose a base, whatever, just move your main somewhere.
Yep.
Yeah.
Terran Master Race.
And actually, Marine, really fortunate scouts.
I'm amazed this game goes for hate. These tanks must do a shitload of damage.
Yeah, I mean, like, we see all these tanks. One of them gets picked off, and now we're picking off a good number of the Roach Hydra force.
Yeah, 2/3 of that army from 4 tanks.
Yeah, I mean, like...
Tanks are good.
Yeah, tanks good units, man.
Yeah.
Tech 4 is doing a good job of not fighting under the tanks, but at the same time, Teardrop's doing a really good job of kind of just not letting him get what he wants out of this fight.
Now, as a Zerg player, he doesn't realize how ahead he is. Like, he thinks that this is a CC. He doesn't know that this is actually the main CC, right? So, he thinks that, you know, the Terran's on 3 bases still, and that he has to do damage here. But really, he could have sat back, got 200, and then took a better engagement. But he doesn't know that, right? He sees the CC, and why would he know that the Terran, like, floated his base over?
Yeah, I mean, for all he knows, this has been a fourth that's been running for a while.
Yeah, exactly. Which is very scary for a Zerg. It makes you think I got to do something right now.
Yep. That's something will be an Ultralisk Cavern, which is kind of awkward because he doesn't really have any upgrades for melee, but who cares? I mean, the big point of Ultralisk is that they're fat, right?
Yep, ultras are good, man. They make Terran shit their pants, no matter what.
Oh yeah, I mean that's always the good thing is like a Terran player is always going to be terrified of Ultralisks, and as this third lands at the former third now fourth location, there is a nice little force coming right over to start attacking it.
Yep, relentless. I like the Zerg doing this though. Yeah, I feel like Tech 4 has kind of just dominated this whole game, to be honest.
Yeah, I mean the problem is because Ascension to Ire's bases are kind of spread out. And because Teardrop really doesn't have the best vision on the map now, he can kind of just bounce left to right, base to base, and like the only way he's going to stop it are the tanks. But he doesn't have that mass of tanks where you can really kind of split them at all.
Yeah. Yeah, Teardrop needs to definitely just send one medevac while this entire Hydra Roach army is out and harass. Like, the way you beat this composition is just dropping, and dropping like crazy, which he hasn't really been doing at all.
Yeah, I feel like he's playing a little scared, which by all accounts he definitely has, like, you know, precedence and fairness to do.
Yeah. I could definitely see a weaker player than Tech 4 getting hurt, really hurt by the nice micro drops in the beginning of the game. But Tech 4 avoided that damage and has just been ahead the whole game, so the Terran's been on his back foot. But when you're on your back foot, you gotta, like, somehow crawl your way back into the game, and drops are the way to do that. You can pick up really important tech structures. If you look back home right now, I mean, the Zerg, for most of the game's army has been across the map.
Yeah, well, here we go, actually. This drop is going... There is a drop being loaded up and flying. It will scan and see that there's an army here. I believe he saw the Ultralisk as well, so we actually are going to see, like, a split push here.
Yep.
There's a medevacless... oh, my... Whoa. All right, well, this is...
It's too little too late.
Yeah, this is a little unfortunate.
This needed to be done like 10 minutes ago.
Yeah.
But yeah, these tanks will get a good position and they will get sieged up, which is nice. But Zerg army's just 50 supply bigger, so.
All right, so if you were watching the stream, you probably just saw it basically goddamn die, but we should be back now. But basically, quick summary. We saw an extractor die, and we saw some medevacs get unloaded and then immediately reloaded in the main. So nothing big happened. You didn't miss much. It's so scary because the Twitch dashboard, because I have two monitors, has a little like stream health thing on it, and it's
cool.
just been like 4,000 KB per second, and then there's just this drop down to 369. Absolutely terrifying.
Interesting amount of tanks here, but there's so many ultras. Ultras are so good.
Yeah, I mean, like, this is a lot of Ultralists at this point. Like, he could
And
basically...
tanks are only 0-1. You need those tanks to be 3-3 at this point in the game.
Yeah, I mean, at least 3-0, right? At least have the attack.
Oh, great position by the Terran player. I love that.
Yeah, very good siege up. It's going to actually shell off a good chunk of these units. And actually, stimming in onto the creep here, into the expansion of Tech 4, he's going to actually finally get some damage done, but only 4 workers going down. If he could somehow get the hatch, it would be good, but he really is not going to have the chance to.
I like that the Terran is becoming the puppet master, getting really good tank positioning from having to move the entire army because of that drop, right?
Yeah, well, here we go, though. Half these tanks aren't sieged up, and here are these Ultralists just storming up the ramp. Like, this is...
Yeah.
This is not what you want to see if you're a Terran player.
No. I just have like a flashback of 1,000 times this happened to me.
Yeah, absolutely terrifying. Yeah, and here we go.
Nice split.
Like, he's doing his best.
This is a great engage for Terran, but it just...
Yeah, I mean, he shaved off most of the Ultralists. There's only 2 left now, but there's also no tanks left, and there's 6 more Ultras on the way.
Yeah. That was an awesome engage for Terran. There was just too much.
Yeah, I think we should see GG here. We are kind of seeing one of my favorite things about this matchup, where it's like, all right, well, time to build a shit ton of Marauders.
Yep.
And
it's just like, I have 1 medevac across the map. You know what? I'm gonna try to equalize the 1,000 damage that was done to me.
Yeah, I
I'm
mean,
microing the shit out of this.
he is actually going to kill a base of Tech 4s, which is kind of nice. But I don't think it's going to be enough.
Not with 6 ultras in the map.
Yeah, actually, you see up here in the top of the map, Teardrop landing a
do.
mule just to save this SC. He's actually going to start repairing before things get out of hand here.
I wish, it's interesting. Teardrop didn't make one medevac this whole game. I mean, I guess he's going against Roaches and Hydras, but...
He made Medivacs.
Or, I mean, mines. He didn't
Oh,
make
yeah.
one mine.
This orbital is going to burn down if he doesn't start repairing soon.
Yes.
It's getting. I'm getting worried, man. Come on,
No,
repair
it's
it.
dead.
Repair it.
GG.
No.
Doesn't matter because the main engagement of the game.
No, who wants to see that? I want to watch that orbital command explode.
You're right.
Right. Yeah, no, there's just no tech here left for Terran. As good as Bio is, like, it's the fact that Bio also, like, kind of eats stuff, you know?
Yeah.
Like, he just doesn't have the tank numbers anymore to deal with his Ultralists and Hydras.
Man, this is a terrible engage, but still.
That was
doesn't matter.
That was the only part I loved about TVZ, to be completely honest. It's like, well, I guess I can just kind of do what I feel like for the rest of the game now.
1,000 Marauders. Yeah, I've definitely had those switches. Well, GG.
Yep, should see GG called any second here. Teardrop played a good game, and obviously this was a master set, so there were 2 games before this, but, at the end of the day, like, Tech 4 played really well. He denied all the harass, and then Teardrop kind of just played so defensively, he really he never really found a good place in this game.
Yeah, there was glimmers at the end of the game. Really good harass, but it just needed to be done earlier for Teardrop. Teardrop does that a couple minutes earlier, and I think he wins this game. Like, that harass was the missing point. When you're going up against Roach Hydra, you need to make sure that you keep them honest by keeping them home through medevacs. Because Roach Hydra, although Hydras are good against medevacs, they're pretty slow. You can really outmaneuver stuff. And then you're not getting harassed, your own bases aren't going down, you can do just so much more.
Yeah, well, very well done by Tech 4. Very nicely played by both players, which means we will be heading into our next game, which will be Sauce King versus Kira on Odyssey. Shoutouts to Sauce King for pointing out that I am a goddamn idiot.
Is Sauce King Sauce?
Yes, he is.
Okay, cool. Kira and Sauce King, they've both been around for a hot minute.
Yeah?
Sauce more so than Kira, but I recognize those names a while back.
Yeah. Seriously though, so on the request form, it says to leave it blank if it was your own game you're casting, and then I had it set as a required field. So Zosking typed like, I'm supposed to leave this blank, but I can't. All right. Well, in the bottom right, spawning in for Born Gosu, it will be Sauce King, the sauce boss, if you will.
The upper left, playing for Confederation, it is Kira.
So what do you think Kira's going to do this game?
Well, on this map, it's a pretty large map, huge. I would do an Adept all-in with a Warp Prison.
All right. Well, Kira is going to instead make a gateway, which is something I'm not used to seeing from Kira.
Oh, you were sorry. I was saying what Kira should do. You could totally just warp 1,000 Adepts without the Zerg knowing, because this main is so large.
Yeah. I was just asking what Kira would do, and we all know what Kira is known for doing. And that's being Protoss. I mean,
Protoss.
Like, normally, obviously everyone knows, normally there's a cannon rush here. This is the part where the cannon rush is supposed to happen. But instead, Kira is going to, instead of cannon rushing, is just going to be annoying and do this pylon block. Big fan of this. Really annoying as a Zerg player.
That's good.
The only thing to do now is, he messed up. He's supposed to drive to the 3rd and 4th and pylon block those two, so the Zerg player just leaves.
Just GG, guys.
There have been days I've done that, to be honest. Have you ever had a game where you literally just tap out because you just don't feel like dealing with it?
Yeah, but usually it's because, like, I didn't wall, or my supply depot I forgot to build, and I was just like, nope, not doing it. Not playing a game where I'm already behind because I'm supply blocked within the first 45 seconds.
I've definitely done that in like Hearthstone, when I played that still, but now Gwent is out, so I don't really care. But like back in Hearthstone, I was such a low rank that I didn't really care what happened. So if I queued up against like, because I played, I play control decks. So if I queued up against another control deck, I'd be like, no, I don't fucking have the patience for this shit.
Yeah, nope. Frost Mage, man. Whew.
Good old Freeze Mage. I really don't want to shit all over Blizzard for Hearthstone. So we'll just switch topics, because I have nothing else positive to say about Hearthstone. So
I'm actually really enjoying Hearthstone right now, but that's okay.
I am glad that someone still can, I guess.
Of course, I'm playing a Murloc deck and a Zulok deck and a like Quest Hunter deck, which is like super cheesy Protoss build. If Cheese Protoss was a deck, it'd be those decks.
Yeah, I just remember that they dug their own grave is all I'm going to say. Just remember that it helps when you have more than one guy doing development on the team. Just saying.
They're making money fists.
They were. They certainly
They still
were.
are, man.
It's been having a bad couple of weeks if you've been looking into it. But let's talk about a game more dead than that. Let's talk about StarCraft.
It's got that one adept harass in the natural.
Oh, I missed the easiest joke possible. God damn it. All I had to say was, let's talk about a game more dead than this. What do you think of Diablo 3? But anyway, yeah, no, this one adept is going to be super annoying. I'm kind of interested because Kira really does not normally play macro, but I feel like he's been actually kind of moving more and more towards it lately. Like, because back when I first started... Yeah, that adept
5
is
kills.
very annoying.
Yeah.
Because back when I first started, back in season, I want to say 14, which was not that long ago, Kira was the cannon rush guy. He cannon rushed. That's what he did. And if he didn't cannon rush you, he proxy something to you.
I'm really hoping to see a War Prism, because I think I might be right if he builds a War Prism.
There we go. Yeah. This is going to be a D2 drop.
Oh, you think it's DT? Okay.
Well, he has a Dark Shrine down, so...
Oh, I missed it. I need to put that production tab up.
Yeah, you gotta use that WCS overlay, man. That's how you get games to look nice. It always bothers me when people cast on the default UI. It's like,
I mean, this is I mean, I said Adept War Prism, but for the same reason, DT War Prism is gonna be super good because this main is just gigantic. You can't defend against it. Well, I mean, you can, but it's just really hard to like see it coming. The DT can just have so much room for festivities.
yeah, I mean, the problem with this is that it's so late in the game that there's already a lair down and spore crawlers. So like, these are gonna have to be Archons pretty much immediately. Like, if he goes to the third, and he literally, like, focuses down the Spore Crawler and then focuses down the Hatchery, like, yeah, maybe he gets stuff done, but that's a pretty rough maybe, frankly.
Well, but... I don't know.
I mean, we'll see. He is warping in 4 DCs at the third.
There's so much you can do with DTs, until I see the game.
Yeah, already a good number of lings here, though. He's going to start cleaving through those, but he is going to lose 1 DT already, which is pretty bad, especially if you want to make these into Archons.
Well, needs to be closer. But he only loses 1. Like, I think that's kind of an even trade, actually. I mean, he lost like 12 lings, right? Let's look at lost units. We've got, 525 to 600. Okay.
Yeah. I mean, it's more so that it's just kind of awkward because what you really want to do is, what he's doing now, make 2 Archons and kind of harass with that. But he has to remake the DT now, and that always kind of sucks. He's actually going to warp in 3 Zealots with this just to harass with. So he's actually just going to harass with 3 Flow Zealots and 2 Archons. I actually kind of like this.
Dude, Zealots are good. Archons are better. I don't know what that one Archon's doing. Jesus Christ.
This Archon's a fucking hero.
Stick with your army, man.
He doesn't give a shit.
He's fucking Rambo.
He just walked in, killed a drone, and fucking left. What a dick.
Yeah, man.
That was actually kind of fucking rude as shit.
Oh. 0 fucks given.
We literally saw that Archon take that drone's lunch money.
I don't know why Kira... I would have stayed and had just a couple more shots on the Hydras and Banes. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he could have tried at least, but it's whatever. I'm a little more curious about the Immortal, to be honest, because he's going Immortal, so he's really
This is gonna be fucking hard for Ling to hold. Like Zerg's not gonna be able to stop this. Sorry.
Yeah.
Protoss just wins with this push.
I mean, the thing is, like, if you just make, like, because how many gateways is he up to now? He's up to, okay, he's still on 3 gateways, but, oh no, it's 3 gateways and 5 warp gates. Thanks for separating those out, Blizzard, really. I'm so happy you do that. But, like, if he just warps in, okay, he's warping in Stalkers, because this is, you know, he does have Blink, but if he were to warp in just more Archons, especially considering the army
Or
he's
7
seen.
more Zealots? 9 more Zealots, even.
I mean, morphing in Zealots
This
is
is
a little
GG.
awkward because he doesn't have charge, but yeah, like, just, I feel like if
That's
he was just
true.
morphing in,
But-
like, just the beef tank smack 'em ups instead
This
of
is such a
laser
big
boys.
army. This army's so scary. Are you serious? Like,
No, I think it's scary still. I'm just saying I don't know if I would have warped in Stalkers there.
I don't know why Kira's taking the long way to go. He's trying to lose this game.
I mean, I think
But,
what he's really trying to do is
as long
avoid
as
that
he
army.
attacks the next like 45 seconds, he'll be fine.
Actually, this is a little awkward. Okay, I was about to say, if Sauce King moves out, this is a little awkward.
You know, the Stalker is doing an interesting job of annoying people.
Yeah?
Oh man, Kira's scared. Okay, no, he's not. He just committed.
Yeah, maybe it's
What?
supply blocked or something. But here we go. These Archons will morph in right into this force.
Oh, that's not what you want. Oh,
I mean,
Well,
like, if he picks a good angle, like, if he just kills this hatchery or just something, like, right now, there's absolutely no response from Sauce King. Just fight it.
yeah, that's because no, he doesn't have enough. Sasuke knows that if he engages, he loses the game. He needs to wait until he has max
Well, I mean,
potential.
Kira just fight it.
Oh yeah, Kira definitely needs to be going.
I mean, now there's a ton of links here. Gonna get a decent surround, but even then, there's already blink out for these units. Archons will roll in, or Banelings will roll in, but really just kind of hitting Archons, finally killing one of the Archons after about 5 Banelings dies.
Oh.
But now there's a lot of Hydralisks left
Terrible.
over. These Hydralisks are just gonna cleave through most of these units
Ooh.
eventually. Like, Kira's
Enough
blink
C-bots,
microing.
man.
Clear's blink microing his
Okay.
heart out here, but now 4
I love
DT are gonna walk in, start hitting on units, and this is like he should just really kill the 3rd right now. Just literally just kill it. Yeah, perfect.
Boom. There we go. And get home.
Pretty rough engagement overall, but
The
at
thing
least
is,
he
the
gets that.
Protoss has 1600 and has not thrown down a 3rd. Come on, Kira.
Yeah, I mean,
There's
like,
no detection here. These DTs are gonna go to town.
yeah, finally an Overseer will pop in to end this little parade. Does pick up one of them though, so he does at least save something as long as that Warp Prism doesn't get killed by Hydralisks. Which, it's very... Oh, there it goes, already. Well, that's unfortunate.
This is the laziest 2-base toss I've ever seen. Why not throw a 3rd during that engage? You're at 1600 minerals. It's not gonna. Things I'll never understand.
I mean, yeah, he probably could have thrown in a 3rd. And I think he could have engaged a little more aggressively.
Yeah, like way more aggressively. He attacks a minute before he did, which he totally could have. He wins the game, hands down, easy. Like, there's a reason why Lings weren't engaging him, because they were really scared. This is gonna be tough for the Protoss to hold now. Somehow Kira lost this game.
I mean, there's a lot of Banelings coming his way.
Yep.
I mean, he's trying to split his AFs as best he can, but there's just way too many Banelings for that. Like, you see him go for a Baneling bust and then realize, oh, I don't really need to bust anything. There's kind of no
Yeah.
real wall to bust anymore. And yeah, Sauce King will kill what's left of these buildings. Very well held by him. I do think, again, like we were saying, Kira could have attacked sooner, but even then, like, you have to respect Sauce King just being super patient, knowing he couldn't engage that.
Yeah, he was. Yes, very smart from Sauce's point of view.
Alright, I have saved the best players for last.
Ooh, gold matchups maybe?
Yeah, gold TVT on Defender's Landing.
Ooh, terrible map.
What? You don't like Defender's Landing?
Let me look at it again. I might be confusing it.
Yeah, this will be the last game of the night. We are already running past an hour, but that's perfectly alright. Defender's Landing is a great map, man. I love it. I love it.
It's okay. It's not a bad map. It's not the map I thought it was.
Spawning in the bottom left for Confed Gaming, it will be Von Cheeto.
I think it's a good Terran map.
Well, that's good because there's 2 Terrans on it.
Yeah, both captains were like, this map, who put a Terran?
And in the top right, for Born Gosu, it will be Heiswasser. I don't speak German.
I think that, yeah, that sounds right. I like this name, by the way, Von Cheeto.
I'm a fan. I can get
In the
behind it.
bottom left, for Confederation, the gold and best of our league, we have Confederation Von Cheeto. Von Cheeto should be a flavor of Cheetos.
Probably
And if it
is.
Is it?
I don't know, but like probably. Apparently, there's like a bunch of fucking flavors of Oreos now.
All right, I'm looking up Von Cheeto.
Because back in my day, there was one flavor of Oreos. It was called fucking Oreos, and they were great. Nowadays, it's like, oh, get Peeps Oreos, so that way your shit's pink.
Actually, no, there's not. I googled it. The first thing that comes up is the Twitch channel for Von Cheeto.
Well, there you go. Follow Von Cheeto on Twitch.
Yep.
I don't know what his Twitch is,
Let's do that right
but
now.
just Google Von Cheeto and you'll find it.
And he's not even playing StarCraft. Okay, Von Cheeto.
Wait, is he streaming right now?
World of Tanks. No.
Okay,
But his
I was
last
about to
thing that he
say.
streamed was World of Tanks.
If he's streaming right now, he's missing his game being cast. What a doofus. But he's not a
Yeah.
doofus.
Doofus also sounds like a German word. You know, I
this is
think
a
we
very
channeled-
German cast right now.
Hey, Swasser. Doesn't Doofus? It probably isn't. It just reminds me of. You know what? I'm gonna look up origins of Doofus now.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Because what point is better than in the beginning of a TVT to look up etymology?
Seriously. Doofus. Actually, it might be Scottish.
We see a bunker on the high ground from Von Cheeto, followed by an expansion on the low ground. You're sending me mixed messages here, Von Cheeto. Are you scared or aren't you?
Urban Dictionary, you're my favorite. Doofus. Name for the worst people in existence.
Oh, okay.
Also name for vagina or something that's broken.
Reaper will come into the main here of Heiswasser. There's actually no units to defend this, actually, like, at all.
None whatsoever. One Cyclone's being made, but this Reaper will be annoying.
So yeah, Starport not going to get built. Marine is coming out, but Marine does not, in fact, beat Reaper, especially not when he eats a grenade to the face, unfortunately.
Yeah, he needs to pull just one or two SCVs, and then that Marine can actually kill the Reaper. He's got to kite away from the SCVs.
And the Cyclone, of course, being the vomiter
Ooh,
of damage it is, will clean that up.
The Hitspawser Reaper gets surrounded back home too. Gets taken out.
I'm sure that was entertaining.
This is just high quality right here, guys.
Yeah, well, I mean, Von Cheeto does scout the Stargate, which is kind of the point of the Reaper anyway. Or not Stargate, Starport. So, I mean, he'll know something's coming. And it will
Yeah,
be...
the CC, though, not being built on the low ground for Von Cheeto. Oh, but another bunker's going down. And Von Cheeto is very used to stationary games like World of Tanks, in which you need structures to shoot at other things.
I mean, for being a World of Tanks player, he literally has no tanks yet.
Yeah, a little disappointed.
So we'll be cloaked Banshee out of Heiswasser.
I am, you know, this new grade of, like, young players that have always had Cyclones. Whenever I see Cyclones, I always think, oh, this guy's advanced. Because I never build Cyclones, because I'm just not used to them in Wings Liberty. They're actually a great unit. I've seen some nasty cheeses with Cyclones. But now, like, gold players are like, yeah, you build a Cyclone. It's just what you do. You know, it's the 2-bunker Cyclone build that I'm doing.
Yeah, I had to, when I first came back, I had to get over the fact that it's like, no, you're supposed to build a lot of queens now. It's
Yeah.
it's not just something that some crazy ass Spanish Shiwa build.
No, it's actually really important.
If you remember Spanish Shiwa, you
Of course, he would mass queens. But actually,
I just meant like in general, like if anyone
queens
does.
have always been good. I think that it was always weird when
Well,
people would poo-poo on building a lot of queens.
Not back in the day. They were kind of bad back in the day because they were slow and they really didn't have any range or damage. But now they're amazing.
I think Heart of the Swarm, they were good.
Oh yeah, I'm talking about way back in the day though. I'm talking about
Oh,
Wings
like
of
wings?
Liberty.
Yeah, they were not.
You know, back when Artosis suggested they should be 0 supply.
Well, obviously.
All right, well this Banshee will fly in here. Sorry to interrupt you, but this Banshee
No problem.
at the expansion, no answer for it yet, so it is just going to kind of kill SCVs and then hit the command center. Ignoring
Why
the.
isn't Born Gosu telling their players to expand? Sorry, go ahead.
I mean, why expand? Look at all the damage. He might just kill this expansion. I mean, there's not even a pole. There is a Viking out finally. But this cloak is going to be activated as long as Heistwasser remembers to cloak. And cloak starts running away because the scan is a-coming. And we'll run right at the edge of the scan. This Viking not killing it. Does he have more scans, actually? I mean, it's always kind of the awkward problem of going like Banshees in like a low-level game. It's just like, well, shit, he has like 5 scans saved up. But unfortunately, there will not be any more scans for Von Cheeto. So this Banshee is free to just keep raining havoc. Already up to 7 kills and shooting away at a bunker. Probably not the best decision
at this
making.
point, Heistwasser needs to expand. If he expands, he wins this game, not in 27 minutes, but in 10 minutes. Yeah.
Yeah, another Banshee comes in, but this time is able to be seen because of the missile turret. There are a lot of missile turrets, just none, you know, at the place where this other Banshee is just yet. Scan going down somewhere. I heard it. I swear, I'm not crazy.
I mean, he's got a scan saved up. I don't know why he's not scanning.
Someone scanned somewhere, I swear.
Oh no, he loaded his SCVs first into the CC and then scanned.
Well, it's whatever. I mean, he does save. He does basically save his workers. I mean, he lost a lot of them. He's down to 14.
Oh, finally Heistwasser throwing that expansion down.
Yeah, I mean, Heistwasser could honestly kind of just push in with what he has, though. Like, he's got 2 Cyclones, a tank, and 8 Marines. Like, he may not have stim or upgrades yet, but, like, this is kind of a scary force at this point in the game. Of course, however, Von Cheeto is mirroring him, but with an extra tank because he is a World of Tanks player, as we've established.
I'm gonna be right back, okay?
Fair enough. I will talk.
Hello.
Hello, somebody. You should dip out of the channel, please. Oh, never mind. Alright, he did. Slightly awkward, but what else is the fun of live casting without it? So yeah, I mean, Heistwasser kind of really can't push into this. He does have 2 tanks, but now the 2 tanks of Von Cheeto are seized up. I would kind of almost want him to see to take down that cooling tower, but he might as well not, because if he does, Heistwasser could kind of just kill it, but...
Alright, I'm back. That was just actually a tryout player that was joining us, so I wanted to tell him to hold on a sec, and then we'll try him out.
Fair enough. I really kind of regret not being able to hear join messages, because he said something, and I'm like, hey, you should leave. But yeah. Before I finished that, he had already gotten dragged.
Yeah, I dragged it to a different channel.
Thanks for that.
Yep.
So we will hopefully wrap this up soon, which of course we know how long this game is, so
no worries.
We will.
Do you want to help me with the tryout afterwards?
Maybe. We'll see.
Okay.
It depends how my schedule plays out, but let's just get through the game first.
Worries.
We'll talk about all that.
Yes.
So Heistwasser is actually driving around. Unfortunately, because this is Gold League, Von Cheeto has a planetary at this expansion. I mean, say what you want about Von Cheeto, this man is not dying anytime soon.
No. You know, and Von Cheeto playing World of Tanks, getting 4 siege tanks and putting them right above his corner of his mate. Yeah, I mean, I hope is he gonna bomb this planetary? He is. He's gonna bomb the planetary.
And he's gotta be careful because, like, now the tanks are sieging up. I believe, yeah, okay, both of them just in range of the planetary. Von Cheeto doing a good job at least. Yeah. Von Cheeto doing a good job of positioning his workers, though. So that makes sure he's not getting sieged by the tanks. He really needs to bring, like, the Liberator and also all of his tanks over. This is kind of an awkward position for Von Cheeto. It's kind of an awkward position for both players, to be honest.
Super awkward. The Lib just out of range. Vikings having a little Viking off. Ooh.
Yeah, but first shot does go to Von Cheeto, which means that these Vikings are going to get picked off. He really needs to bring his tanks down. Like, he's got how many in there in the main now? 5? I mean, like, if you bring your 5 tanks down, like, what's going to kill this? Oh, the SCV is set to auto repair, which means that they will auto repair their way to
Lib.
Yeah, but almost get themselves killed in the process.
To the promised land, man. They're going for it.
Hey, might as well, right? What else they got to do? What else are they good for? That SCV took the wrong way. That SCV will die a horrific death for going the wrong way.
So one thing's going for Von Cheeto is he's definitely taken air support away from Heistwasser. The tanks do make it way down. It's a big engage.
Yeah, finally make their way down, but they will just get stimmed and taken out by all of these units, and now Heistwasser is out of, like, Marines and stuff, but he still has his tanks.
Did you see the Marines come from the opposite direction?
Yeah, dude, they were lost.
It's a great game.
Alright, Liberator's sieging up along with the tank sieging up, which will finally end this contain from Weisswasser. I mean, this is a very interesting game right now.
It's a great game. I would love to talk to both of these players.
Yeah, both these players would probably be floating like 5,000 minerals if any of them had over 30 workers. I mean, they're both at 31 now, but you know what I mean.
Yeah.
So Weisswasser has the upgrade advantage. Because now he's getting +2 weapons, while as Von Cheeto literally has no upgrades yet. It hasn't even started him. I don't even know if he has an engineering bay at this point. Oh, he does. Okay, so he does have an engineering bay, obviously, because he built the missile turrets. Another thing I forgot. I died a lot to Banshees and Oracles early on, because I didn't realize you didn't need an Evo Chamber anymore for Spore Crawlers. Alright, well, we will see this contain of sorts continue. We do see a scan going down. But these tanks
like
will force him back.
Von Cheeto is going to eventually just break out.
Yeah, I mean, eventually he will. This is almost kind of like a pointless contain if you think about it. Because, like, really, what's he containing him from doing?
Well, the thing is, when you contain, you need to immediately take the map, right? Expand to your third, expand to your fourth, build it up, and just get ahead. But sadly, Weisswasser is too much of a man to do that.
I mean, yeah, why? He wants to build bases, man.
Yeah.
It's boring. I mean, he really does need to do something because his main's almost mined out. I mean, same kind of goes for Von Cheeto. But, like, Weisswasser was on one base for so long that he's literally about to run out of minerals in his main.
I will say one thing. Both players are very evenly matched.
Yeah. Von Cheeto is trying to take a quote-unquote secret third location, but...
Yeah.
No
picked
dice.
up by one Marine, which I think was accidentally left over there, or brilliantly left over there. I'm not sure which.
You know, I really think that is the beauty of low-level StarCraft, is that was either amazing or terrible. I mean, as much as we are kind of ragging on these guys, like, that's one of the things I loved about being Gold League and now being a Plat League Protoss is, like, I ain't getting away with what I got away with earlier today on Ladder, where I just marched across the map with 15 Immortals and just kind of rolled through a Zerg army.
Yeah.
Like, if you're Masters, like, you ain't getting to 15 Immortals without either winning or them switching off of Roches. So it's always kind of fun to see these games, especially, because they're definitely can't say that this game isn't something.
We do have some upgrades being built by Weisswasser, and I think that might make the difference in the end. I don't see an engineering bay or an armory for Von Cheeto. Oh, I see an engineering bay.
Yeah, he's got the 2 armories building next to it.
Okay, yeah.
So there's at least something. I guess he's going mech.
But those buildings will be useless unless he builds upgrades from them, which he hasn't done.
I think he's going mech. I think he's waiting for these armies to finish to start +1/+1 mech.
Okay.
I mean, does he have stim? Okay, he has literally no upgrades at all. Literally none.
Yeah, this is why I'm a little worried.
But not even like +1/+1 is what I'm talking about. Like, he doesn't even have stim. Alright, well,
Yeah.
this drop will land right on top of some tanks and immediately just kind of get murdered apart. I think he killed a couple tanks there, but not the best drop placements.
Not the worst, but not the best.
Yeah, we do see Weisswasser setting up a contain on the front now. A Liberator will siege up on top of this, and as you were saying, like, the air control is entirely Von Cheeto, so you can kind of just do what he wants.
Yeah.
As long as he doesn't die, but there's a good, healthy number of tanks here.
Yeah, you could just start picking off the backs right now. Becomes
Just
really
like that.
strong. Yep.
Alright, well, no upgrade started just yet from his armory. Kind of just macroing up having units right now. 2 Widow Mines, 2 Vikings. I feel like this is kind of a grab bag of mech. There's no Thors, there's no Hellbats, but there's some mines, there's some tanks, there's some Vikings, maybe a Liberator
Yeah,
or
it's
two.
just like build one of everything. I love that build.
Does he have Medivacs anymore? I think he may have had him at one point. Maybe I'm just wrong. I'm thinking I'm just wrong. Whatever, that's fine. I've been wrong before. And I'll
Oh,
be
these
wrong
Vikings are gonna get picked up a bit. A few go down, but he saves the majority, so that's good.
again. Yeah, that could have been
Ooh, look at the CC making the Exodus, the long journey. This is like the
Oh
Noah's
no!
Ark of
Oh no!
command
The
centers.
scan.
Is he gonna go into it? I don't know if
It,
the blue player is gonna pick it up though.
Alright, Heiswasser does see it technically. Does actually lose
Technically,
most of his Vikings there.
like, even though he saw it, he didn't see it. See it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because it's not gonna show up on his mini screen.
Alright, here goes his command center, finally making its long journey to the top left corner of the map.
Yeah. This is the Great Exodus.
Yeah, there's
This
actually
is what Moses and his people went through.
There's actually a reptile crate next to it.
Yeah, what is that?
I have no idea. I did not know that was on this map actually. Oh,
I've never seen that in my life.
it? This might be a Metal Gear Solid reference now that I think about it.
Yeah,
Because it's a snake under a box. It's a reptile crate. Get it?
Yeah. Maybe it was like an add-on that they... But there's no relation between Activision, Blizzard, and...
Well, Solid Snake may know about this expansion, but for now, Heiswasser can only guess. Depends again.
Oh no, Marines are going up there.
Okay, so I guess he did in theory see it moving this way.
I guess.
Maybe Solid Snake told him.
Maybe. I'm highly skeptical of this. Well, I mean, he is putting a contain on, so he does know I have to worry about, someone trying to expand.
Yeah, I mean, his scan literally did see it, so, like, he probably just saw it on the mini-map or something. I mean, his vision was kind of over there anyway, because he was fighting the Vikings. And actually,
I
these
like
Vikings...
Cheeto's response. It's like, you know what? My CC is in danger. I will send 8 Vikings to help.
I mean, there were more Vikings at one point, but now they're getting chased by more Marines. Trying to jet their way over there.
Yeah, but what's he gonna do when he arrives? There's 10 Marines and a medevac.
It's not gonna be a CC anymore, so he's gonna try to dodge. I mean, he's literally, speaking of Solid Snake, these Vikings are trying to get through what is basically a minefield of units. I can't imagine that he avoids too many of them. Actually, he could get a free Liberator if he was paying attention. Oh, he wants it. Oh my god, absolute taunting madness. Just, hey, here's where they are. I'm leaving now. And yeah, these Vikings somehow make it home without losing a single one. Very impressive.
Pretty crazy. I'm impressed. Now, the actual army values aren't that far away. Let's look at that.
Yeah, I mean, the one problem is that it's 2-2 versus 1-1 attack upgrade-wise, and Cyclones really don't like being down on armor upgrades.
Not at all. I mean, Von Cheeto needs to make ups. Like, I know he's got bigger stuff to fry right now, but yeah.
I mean, he's eventually going to need a base.
Interesting moving of the tanks.
Okay, I was wondering what that was that killed those, or that set off that mine. How many did that? Okay, just killed one tank. I mean, this is kind of the weird thing is these players are actually on the cusp of the meta if you think about it. Because what did we see in GSL recently?
Yeah,
we saw Mech vs Bio, right?
Maybe they were inspired.
I'm just saying, maybe Gumiho tuned in and watched himself some TTL since it is the premier StarCraft Pro League style tournament that is around. And yeah, if you hate Marines like I do, that was amazing to watch. I'm so happy right now. Just so many Marines dying at once. Oh, I love it.
Yeah,
all right.
That just evened out this
so I'm sorry, I have to cut you off because I just realized that fucking Yamato cannon is being researched, and also there's a battlecruiser being built by Heiswasser. I literally just noticed this. I feel stupid for not noticing it sooner, but it looks like Heiswasser said, "Well, I have you contained. Guess I'm just gonna make some fucking battlecruisers."
Yep, I mean, that is the next transgression. He's got so many minerals, though, and so much gas. He's like, what's really expensive to make? You know what? Battlecruisers. That's what.
Yeah, unfortunately, he's also realized he kind of needs Vikings. So he's kind of also making Vikings.
That is true. I just feel like Heiswasser's kind of got this game due to his contain, even though he lost 100 Marines for free.
The only thing I'm concerned about is exactly how he chooses to progress, because he's not making any tanks anymore, which I'm pretty sure he's already behind in tanks. Yeah, he's down 9 tanks to 5. He has no air control, and he's going battlecruiser, so he's not going to have air control. Like, what's going to stop a bunch of Vikings from just killing all of his battlecruisers?
Marines, man.
I mean, not if they all die to the fact that he doesn't have a tank count worth anything.
Okay, that's true. Well, we'll find out. I'm gonna put my money on Heiswasser.
I will put my faith in
Banchito.
the count of cheese crisps.
Yes.
All right. Well, there is a 2 cyclone and tank drop in the expansion of Heiswasser. And not only that, but the cyclone is positioned perfectly that the SCVs can't actually attack the tank. Look at this. This is actually the most disgusting thing I've ever seen accidentally happen in a game of StarCraft.
The tank into Cyclone, yeah, it's good. But, you know.
Like, did you see how that cyclone was positioned, though?
Yeah, I did.
Like, it was disgusting. Alright, well, the battlecruiser, Big Daddy battlecruiser coming up here to scare away the youngsters.
I love that BCs now have mobility. That's
Oh yeah, no, it's so good. It's the most EVE Online of possibilities.
It really is.
I mean, so Von Cheeto currently has his third hovering over the third location, and now he's looking to break this contain, pushing forward with his tanks. All those Marines, absolutely. I love watching Marines bounce, honestly. It's so nice.
Some tanks do go down, but at what cost?
Yeah, I mean, like, that was a lot of Marines, and he killed not that many tanks. I mean, he now has the air control, though, ironically. Where are the Vikings of, Where are these 12 Vikings at?
Did we lose?
No,
Oh,
there they
they're
are.
in the main. They're going
Right,
to
well, as a result, a good number of these tanks got Yamato'd, and he's going to lose what's left of them. They're finally showing up to the fight. And they are going to start picking away at these battlecruisers, taking out one of them. And
This
actually,
is the strangest battle.
yeah, this is...
It's so strange.
Yeah? It has all the little fragments I was talking about. They're all just kind of positioned in weird spots. Like, you can see
Yeah.
that
Now
the
tanks do go down, and these Vikings now are going to have to deal with 20 Marines.
Yeah, good micro, though, does fly away from the Marines enough that he can shoot down what remains of the battlecruisers. And because that planetary is still there, with with his 2 little brothers, Orbital Command and Command Center floating above him.
That's so funny.
One battlecruiser flying in actually takes a good amount of damage from that mine shot.
Dude, mines are counters to BCs.
Alright,
Didn't know that. But...
well, this game has taken a turn, but I'm beginning to feel you on the Heiswasser prediction, because really, Von Cheeto has no economy and no way of actually not just, like, getting contained forever at this point. Unfortunately, the 2 kids will have to watch their brother die. I believe the original command center drove away, couldn't even handle the site. As this planetary will burn down. And yeah, like, Von Cheeto has money. He needs to build something out of it. He needs to actually unload that bunker that has 4 Marines in it, because right now 4 Marines are actually a sizable force. I mean, I don't know if there's a whole lot Von Cheeto can really do to get back to this game. Like, he's trying to fly a command center up to the top left corner, but not only is there a Marine waiting there, but, like, there's Marines on the way there. Like, do you honestly think there's anything that Heiswasser can do to, or Von Cheeto can do to get back into this game at this point?
No, I do not. Not against a... Well, I guess there's only 2 bases going for the Terran player, but...
I mean, compared to
there
the
are
0,
bases
yeah.
going for the... yeah.
And this mine shot countering BCs yet again. Oh, the second mine shot goes off. Fortunately, both these will die finally. You know, if he were a champion, he would have killed the cooling tower to kill that one mine. I'm just saying.
I like Von Cheeto's resilience throughout this game.
Yeah. Unfortunately, he literally has no money right now. Like, he literally has nothing. He's landed a command center. For what purpose, I don't entirely know. It looks like it's for a scan, so I guess that was a pretty easy guess, to be fair. But, like, he picks it right back up after the scan. Like, where's he gonna go? He can't fly up there. As you see, there's, in fact, 1 more Marine than there is base flying up there. Actually, so the one saving grace for Von Cheeto, and it's barely as grace at all, is that he does still have this rather large Viking count. Which means he can actually kind of establish an expansion. Alright, Von Cheeto still got this, man. I still believe.
I love that this species decided, you know what, this armor is the danger to me.
Yeah.
This is what I need to kill.
He actually almost cancels an upgrade, but now these Vikings have come back. Like, he's got to be kind of careful, because losing these BCs really sucks right now. And there's actually 3 tanks up here, so now Heistwasser losing a good bit of his marine force. Unfortunately, my dreams of him having a base does go down, but that's alright.
Yeah, who needs a base, man?
Yeah, and Heistwasser may know about the other base that he's trying to hide, but who cares, you know?
Apparently he does, somehow.
Well, I mean, he saw 2 command centers flying up here. He kind of knows the 2 locations that are possible. Alright,
Heistwasser with all the plays.
If Von Cheeto wins this game, I will film myself eating a full bag of Cheetos. I will
You know, that doesn't sound that bad, actually. That sounds like a reward. Like, you're actually rewarding yourself.
Watching Von Cheeto win this game somehow would be an amazing reward, frankly. I mean, like, look at this. He's actually he's literally flying. Look at him boost this SCV-filled medevac over to this command center. If he somehow saves this... Oh, no! No! Oh, my God.
Wow.
Oh,
all the SCVs. No, he doesn't save. Oh, God. Everything went wrong just then.
I really wanted that to work. I'm so sad that didn't work.
Who wins this fight?
Well, it doesn't really matter because everything back at home for Von Cheeto is dead now.
Oh, man.
It looks like Heistwasser has finally pushed in. Von Cheeto will finally tap out of what I'm really glad I saved for last. I was debating halfway through, like, well, it's the longest game, but it's also a gold set.
No, beautiful.
It was worth it. It's a beautiful game. I'm so glad I saved it for last.
Line. Yeah.
Alright. Well, that will spell the end for tonight's guest. I want to thank you for joining me, Padula. Is there anything you'd like to plug?
Just the Chobo Team League in general. If you don't know about it, check it out. It's really fun. You get to be competitive and terrible at the same time. Not a lot of things in life allow you to be competitive and terrible. CTL, one of those things.
Fair enough. Alright, well, that'll do it for tonight, guys. See you next week. As soon as I find OBS, there it is. Alright, take care.